How's it going, everyone? AllofPokemonTCG here, bringing you guys something a little different today. As you could tell from the thumbnail and title, this is not an opening per se, but we are going to go over where I get my cards and where you can find cards. Maybe there are spots in certain stores you guys don't check or haven't known of. So I'm just going to go through where in each of the stores that I personally know, maybe there's others, but where I know there are cards in each store. So we're going to start off with probably the most common store everyone goes to, whether it's for cards or other things, is Walmart. And my sketches are super rough, just drew these up super quick. But in Walmart, the only place I've been able to find cards has always been near the checkouts. Now either the entrance, there's usually two entrances to a Walmart, sometimes only one, but it's usually on the far left over here or the far right. I always find that it's near the self-checkout, which you never know which side that's going to be on. They do switch, I've seen, but they're usually on the same wall as the far wall of the self-checkout, just on the opposite side. And during that, they give you, or the wall that it's on, so we have like this, so this is our wall that it's usually on. Up here would be all the Pokemon stuff, maybe some Yu-Gi-Oh or something, I don't know. And then you got like some figures, miscellaneous figures, and then down here it's just usually a pile of crap. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like clearance stuff or something, but sometimes you can find some Pokemon items in there. And I know a lot of people don't look down there, because I found some older stuff down there, black and white series and stuff, boxes and decks that I haven't seen like ever, I found down there. So make sure you guys check the whole aisle, not just the Pokemon section itself, because people pick it up, move it and everything. But that's pretty much it for Walmart. If you guys know of any other place in Walmart, let me know down in the description. I've checked the toy section and the electronics section, haven't found any there. But next we have Kmart. So in Kmart, it's a little odd. You can see which sections I have on here, mind my awful handwriting. But Kmart, as far as I've known, usually only have one entrance. So when you walk in, the checkouts are usually in the front. I haven't found any near the checkouts before. And usually the toys are off either to this side or this side. But either way, I haven't found any cards in the toy section at Kmart either, nor the electronics section. So toys, nothing. Electronics, nothing. So I was so confused the first time I went there. I was like, I swear Kmart has cards. So I asked, and they said it's in the sporting goods section. So you'll have like all your sporting like balls and stuff, like footballs, basketballs, helmets, baseball bats, and then all of a sudden there's a card section. So I mean, it's with the baseball cards and stuff, but Kmart is usually really good if you're looking for some older X and Y series like Flash Fire or base set or something like that. I found like a Pyroar box there the other day. They have some not like crazy old stuff, but some older stuff than you'd find at Target or Walmart. And next we have Dollar Tree. People have been loving the Dollar Tree packs. They are $1 because everything in Dollar Tree is $1. So usually there's only one entrance, and then you have all of your knickknacks up here, which there's nothing there. The only spot I can find them is they either have a display right here, which will have it's like little display boxes that have like an opening, like this is the opening, and all the packs are down here, and it'll say Pokemon, and it hangs off of a shelf. My sketch it hangs off a shelf, and there'll be baseball cards next to it, or like My Little Pony or Hello Kitty cards or something, I don't know. But that's the only place in the store I've ever seen them. Sometimes they even hide them like along the wall here, under a shelf or something. They really are just all over the place, which no one there cares because everything is $1. But I know people love the Dollar Tree packs, so I really wanted to include them in here, even though it is only one product, possibly different sets, but really only one product. Each pack comes with 3 cards instead of the original, I think, 10. So next we have Walgreens and Rite Aid. So these ones might be new to you guys. I know a lot of people don't know that they have just, it's not a lot of cards, but it's different. So usually the entrance is at a diagonal thing here, so you come in here. But they are in the toys section. You can find older black and white tins. Now some of them are repackaged, so with X and Y packs. So they might have like a Zekrom on the front, and you'll be like, oh, this is old. You open it and it's Flash Fire and X and Y base set. But some of them, if you find the right ones, you'll be able to tell by the packaging. If it's older, the packaging is definitely worn. You can tell, like, it's starting to fall off a little bit. But if it's repackaged, it looks brand new. So just be aware for that. Haven't really found any older packs. Usually they have Phantom Forces or Primal Clash or something there. So, I mean, it's not too bad. But it's definitely at the toys, which are usually somewhere in the middle of the store. So that goes for Walgreens and Rite Aid. They're very similar stores. I found cards at both of them. Next we have Toys R Us, which if there's a Babies R Us, it usually occupies a whole section of the store, and there's no cards in there, so don't bother looking. But Toys R Us, there's usually two entrances if there's Babies R Us, one entrance if there's only just the Toys R Us. So there's I guess you could count it as a few places, but usually you come in and have to walk around the checkouts like that. And then there's a display up here that'll have baseball cards and possibly binders and stuff. Sometimes they'll put Pokemon binders on there if that's what you're looking for. And then we also have a few more displays that could possibly be like this or something like that. They're all over the place up there. One display should have Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and 2 things of Pokemon. That's what I found the most. So like one side will be Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then both of these will be Pokemon. One usually has boxes and like theme decks, and then the other one usually has tins and single packs. But sometimes, like, obviously people pick up stuff, put it back and everything. You can find other stuff on the other displays even if they don't say Pokemon, so make sure you guys look. Sometimes you find some cool stuff. And so I guess I can mention it with Walmart and stuff too. In the toy section, I think Walmart is the only place out of the ones I've mentioned so far where I've actually found Pokemon toys, and they haven't had a very great selection at all. It's been like 1 or 2. So if you're looking for like figures or plushes or anything like the mythical plushes that Toys R Us has, they are usually over here somewhere. If your entrance is on this side, possibly if it's flipped, it could be on the other side. But just look for, I always find them near Minecraft. Other Nintendo toys like Mario and everything, they're always in the same aisle as that kind of stuff. And they usually have a huge selection. Tomy, toys, some of the newer plushes, the mythical plushes, all kinds of stuff. So make sure you guys go check that out if you want to. And then the electronics, they do have amiibos, Pokemon amiibos sometimes. Toys R Us usually has the greatest selection of amiibos that I've seen. And I think the last one I have here is Target. If you guys know of any other stores where you find cards, let me know. But for now, it's just these ones that I've found them anyway, or at least that I've tried to look for them in. But we have 2 different layouts of Target, I guess. I've seen one where it's more vertical and one where it's more horizontal, but basically the same thing. So you'll come in and these are your checkouts usually right here, and there's usually a Starbucks or something else in there. Same goes either way. Usually you come in and the Starbucks is right next to you, same with customer service and everything. But it's always on the far end of the checkouts. So wherever your entrance is, it's usually farthest away, but still connected to the checkouts. It should be like the last checkout line, should have all your cards in it. And once again, like if this is your wall, most of your Pokemon stuff is going to be right in the front. I guess they value that more than like baseball cards and stuff. It's more popular. But always look behind stuff, or even sometimes down in the baseball cards. Or there's always a section, just like Dollar Tree has, where it's like little cardboard holders. Sometimes you can find packs for $3.33, just like out of blister packs. Sometimes they're older, sometimes they're newer. I have no idea where they get them from. Maybe if they like fall out of boxes, they just put them in that thing. But that's a better deal than buying one in like the newer packs. They're usually like $4.19 or $4 something. But usually sometimes you can get a better deal. Haven't seen them in a long while, but they definitely are around. And Target has a bunch of other places where I found cards and that you can find potentially better deals. So in the toy section, I haven't had much luck with the cards in the toy section, but usually they're around the board games. I always find them somewhere. So if these are your aisles in the toy section, you'd have like Barbies, something like Matchbox cars, and then like Star Wars, and then like pool toys or something like that. They're usually somewhere around here in between there. next to board games and other card games and stuff. They usually don't have as much of a selection back there as they do up front, but sometimes you can find some cool blisters and stuff that you haven't found in other places. But one of the lesser known places that Target has cards is, now I've seen Target redoing the electronics section, and I haven't found them in my Target since they have redone it, but if your Target is still the same as it's always been, in the electronics section, you'll have your aisles like this. So this is the front, so like your entrance would be up at the front here. They sometimes have racks back here, just little racks, where you can find, sometimes they put cards, sometimes it's like headphones or something, but I found some cool blister packs that have some like EXs as the promos on the front. You get like 3 packs and then an EX for $10, and to me that sounds like a great deal, especially if it has like Charizard. I found a full art Landorus on the one, which is absolutely crazy. That one is pretty cool, but definitely check the backs of your electronic aisles. Whether, now I'm not guaranteeing that there's going to be those 3-pack blisters, but I have seen them there pretty often. Also, another thing is, not only along with the board games here, but also on the outer of your aisles here, sometimes they dedicate one of the ends of the aisles towards the electronics, so your electronics would be here. Sometimes one of these ends are dedicated to Pokemon, or it's another one of these deals where it's just like a little rack. So make sure you guys check for those. Like I said, if you guys see if you see cards at any other store, please let me know. I'll make sure to keep people on Twitter updated and stuff. But another thing I want to say before we go is that always, like, if you don't think you have a card shop near you, just try and research it, because there are a lot more card shops than you think. They're so small that sometimes they don't always appear if you were just to type into Google Maps. You might have to do some actual research, whether it be Yelp, I don't know, or just Googling it. But they will most likely have your best deals. I can get booster boxes for $89, tax included, at my local card shop. I say local, it's like 40 minutes away, but it's definitely worth the drive once or twice a month. They have some cool singles and stuff too, and you can't really get singles anywhere else other than there or at conventions or something. But like I said, let me know if you guys find them anywhere else. Hopefully this little guide or whatever helped you guys. I know it's not an opening per se, but let me know in the comment section if it did help, and I will catch you guys in the next video.